All right, some answers. So, round one, the top 10, top 12 songs that have stayed in number one in the UK for the longest time are. Number one is I Believe by Frankie Lane. Number two, that was for 18 weeks in 1953. Number two is Bryan Adams' Everything I Do It For You, which was 16 weeks in 1991. The next two were both in there for 15 weeks, so that's Wet, Wet, Wet with Love Is All Around in 1994, and Drake's One Dance in 2016. The next two were both in the top 10, top 20, were number one. The next two were number one for 14 weeks. They were Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody in 75, 76, and 91, 92, and Ed Sheeran's Shape of You in 2017. The next three were all there for 11 weeks. Slim Whitman with Rose Marie in 1955. 2017's Despacito by Luis Fonsi and Daddy Yankee. And 2019's Dance Monkey by Tones and I. And as I said, the final three were all in the top 10 for 10 weeks. And they are Cara Mia by David Whitfield in 1954. Whitney Houston's I Will Always Love You, which was in 1992, and in 2007 was Rihanna's Umbrella. So 12 points available there for I Believe, Everything I Do, Love Is All Around, One Dance, Bohemian Rhapsody, Shape of You, Rosemary, Despacito, Dance Monkey, Cara Mia, I Will Always Love You, and Umbrella. Round two saw you trying to find a connection. The tennis term was a bagel. You probably already know the connection now if you haven't already worked it out. The ice hockey players use a stick. The name for a small compact handbag is a baguette. The BBC show was Crackerjack. The two colours I was looking for were brown and white. The fruit, Cavendish, is a banana. The cereal grain is corn. The French for ball is boule. And the car business I was looking for was Rolls Royce. It's bagel, stick as in breadstick, baguette, crackerjacks, cracker, brown, white, banana, corn, boule, and rolls. They're all types of bread. Okie dokes, so the Google autocomplete round. Alright, sorry about that, folks. I just went to do all the Googling for us, so it's nice and up to date. For this round, if you are doing this a little bit later, let's say you've come to this a couple of weeks later, so hopefully it will still be on Facebook and YouTube and all that sort of jazz. But if you want it to be more up to date, feel free to ignore my answers now and go ahead and use Google. Make sure you're in incognito mode or you've reset all of your previous searches. But obviously if you're doing this outside of the week that it was set, you can't go towards the scoring. So, question one was where in the world is. For 2 points, the top search is where in the world is Carmen Sandiego. For 1 point, anything else on the list. So where in the world is it 5 p.m? Where in the world is Spain? Is it 3 a.m? Is Barnaby Bear? Where in the world is this quiz? Where in the world is Australia? Where in the world is it 10 a.m? And where in the world is Carmen Sandiego song? So I'll accept pretty much where in the world is it any period of time. Spain, Australia, for 1 point. Question two was what should I avoid if? Question for 2 points. What should I avoid if I have sciatica? Sciatica, I believe. Sciatica. For 1 point, for if I have asthma, scoliosis, if I have gout, if I have IBS, if I have cystitis, if I have diabetes, if I have high blood pressure, if I have type 2 diabetes, or if I have acid reflux. So sciatica for 2 points, asthma, scoliosis, gout, IBS, cystitis, diabetes, high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, acid reflux for 1 point. Question three was why should I watch? For 2 points, Friends. Why should I watch Friends? 2 points. For 1 point, any of the others, which is Game of Thrones, Hamilton, Star Wars, Lion King, Stranger Things, Money Heist, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, The Wire, and Tiger King. That's obviously very now, except for Friends, for some of those, you know, Hamilton, Tiger King. But maybe slightly different to you guys in the future. Question 4. Who was in the? For 2 points, the Rat Pack. Who was in the Rat Pack? For 1 point, I'm sure many of you put the next one, is the Beatles, the Triple Entendre, the Happy Mondays, the Jackson 5, the Rolling Stones, the Fugees, the Liverbirds, the Battle of Hastings. Who was in the Battle of Hastings? And who was in the Brat Pack? So Rat Pack is 2 points, Brat Pack with a B, 1 point. And our final one was Liam. For 2 points, Liam Fox, the former Secretary of State for International Trade. Who'd have thunk it? Number 2, Liam Gallagher. 1 point. 1 point for Liam Gallagher. 1 point for Liam Neeson, Liam Payne, Liam Hemsworth, Liam Williams, Liam Treadwell, Liam Charles, Liam Beaumont, and then Liam Neeson comes up again. So 1 point for Gallagher, Neeson, Payne, Hemsworth, Williams, Treadwell, Charles, or Beaumont. 2 points for Fox. Okay, so moving on to the next round, your celebrity misnames. So the first picture was Gillian Anderson. In the first, she had a son, and the second, she doesn't have a son. So it's Gillian Anderson and Gillian without her son. Any variation on that is absolutely fine. 1 point for each. The second question is Ryan Wilson, and the second image is of him of the son. So that's Son Wilson. So Rainn Wilson and Son Wilson. Next one is Blake Lively, and in the second image is Blake Dreary. Blake Lively and Blake Dreary. Our next image is of Lena Dunham, and in the second image, she's Lena still working on her ham, or not Dunham, or something along those lines. So Lena Dunham and Lena not yet Dunham. Our final one, a little bit harder, is Sarah Palin from US Politics, and in the second image, she is parasailing. Sarah Palin and parasailing. Round 5 will be marked by myself over the next week or so. So send in your images and I will score them. If you don't think they're necessarily very obvious as to what you want to be scored on, please do put in what you think that thing is. Round 6, all of the London universities are as follows: Imperial College London, University College London, London School of Economics. Of course, you can have the condensed versions or abbreviated versions. SOAS, University of London. City University of London. King's College London. Royal Holloway, University of London. Queen Mary University of London. University of West London. Goldsmiths, University of London. Middlesex University. Brunel University, London. Kingston University. London South Bank University. University of Roehampton. University of Greenwich. St Mary's University of Twickenham. University of East London. University of Westminster. Birkbeck, University of London. London Metropolitan University, St George's University of London, and Ravensbourne University, London. So, for example, St George's was part of the University of London, so everything that ends with University of London was part of the University of London. So, I will go through those once again. Imperial College, University College, London School of Economics, SOAS, City, King's College, Royal Holloway, Queen Mary, University of West London, Goldsmiths, Middlesex, Brunel, Kingston, London South Bank, Roehampton, Greenwich, St Mary's, University of East London, University of Westminster, Birkbeck, London Met, St George's and Ravensbourne. Your round 7 answers, the next line, so never judge by a book by its cover, is Dude Looks Like a Lady. Question 2, Once Upon a Time I Was Falling in Love is Total Eclipse of the Heart. Question 3 was It's More Than a Feeling. More Than a Feeling. Question 4, I Need a Dollar. Question 5 was Spice Up Your Life. Question 6 was Cause My Body's Too Bootylicious for You, or just Bootylicious. Question 7 is You're a Heartbreaker. Again, just Heartbreaker is fine there. Question 8 is I've Had a Little Time to Find the Truth. The song is Had a Little Time from The Beautiful South. Question 9 was Bulletproof. Number 10, Na 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 na, and then as many nas as you like. A lot of nas in that title and in the next line. Round 8 was the Wipeout, and here we go. So Tinkerbell was played by Julia Roberts. Brontophobia is the fear of thunder. Poets' Corner is in Westminster Abbey. The type of dog I was looking for was a husky. The British poet was Alfred Tennyson. The Laughing Cavalier was painted by Frans Hals. The common title was The Power of Love, as sung by Jennifer Rush, Frank Goes to Hollywood, and Huey Lewis and the News. 9 3/4 is the stop for the Hogwarts Express. Angelina Jolie divorced Billy Bob Thornton, and Manic Monday was written by Prince. As I said before, if you got anything wrong there, no points. For every correct answer you get 1 point. Every blank doesn't make any difference. But if you've got all 10 correct, you can have a bonus 2 points. There is an element of just no cheating. But if you could let me know your scores, if you want to be put into the calculations, I will put you into the score for series 2 of the quiz. We'll see how long this goes along. But yeah, I'm going to count this as season 2 from now. It might be that these rounds get a little bit condensed in time, and it's a shame that I can't see all your lovely faces, as I'm used to right now. But I'm going to see you all at some point in the near future anyway, such as the joys of not being locked in all the time. But as I say, I'll be posting these videos at least for the next few weeks, certainly over summer holidays. For me, it's a little bit more convenient, but I don't want to move away from the Wednesdays, as I know some of you look forward to these on the Wednesday. But if you can't make the Wednesday, it's a video, access it on Thursday, that's absolutely fine. So if you've got any questions about anything, if you want to get in touch and say this works, this doesn't work, or if you've got any various bits and pieces and pointers, please get in touch. But otherwise, I will see you all next week, hopefully, and be good, stay safe, much love to everybody. Bye all!